bug. It set me down under the wire this past weekend. This weekend usually is something that like me and my dad usually have something, but as I do this video for first reaction on Jimmy Jam Sessions, next week is Easter, and I'll be seeing them next week. So I'm variety. We're variety on this channel, and I haven't done anything golf. But I sat today as I'm still recovering from a cough bug and congested, but still trying to do somewhat of a video, and to watch Rory McIlroy finally join a great group. It's cool. It's really, really cool, even if you're not a golf fan. But you know, I don't want to make this, as I say this all the time, don't want to make videos that long. So let's just be very clear about what we just saw. Rory McIlroy just joined a great elite group. I wouldn't say elite group, legendary group. For somebody, I'm just trying to go by all the stats I have, and I have to. I mean, he's. I look at the resume that he has put together, and he's had a lot of wins. And Rory McIlroy has kind of put a lot of pressure. The golf world has put a lot of pressure on Rory McIlroy. He's 35. I didn't know he was only 35. He's got a heck of a career ahead of him. And we always thought Tiger was going to be the guy. But then our boomer era, and they saw some of the best of all time. And no one's ever going to touch some of the best of all time. And when we saw Tiger on his rise in the late 90s, early 2000s, in that era, and then we had the knee surgery, and then we had the controversy crap, came back, won another freaking Masters, won another major. We thought he could catch Jack. We thought he could catch Jack Nicklaus. And lo and behold, I think he still plays all right. He's no longer with Nike, but we're seeing probably the end of Tiger. But I segue from Tiger to Rory because when Tiger's demise started to go down and his play started to go down, his health is not great. His legs or knees are shot. His back is not great. They needed that next face. And people were seeing in 2011, we saw Rory McIlroy, this young kid, win the US Open. And we're thinking, we've got our next guy. We've got the next guy. Rory McIlroy with his Masters win, he won in a playoff today. Could have won it in 18, but missed the putt, and he had to go into a playoff with Justin Rose, who shot two groups behind him. I think you put that, two groups behind him. Well, Justin Rose played ahead of him and finished at 66, and they had to go one whole playoff, and Rose missed his putt. Rory hit a great shot to get on the green and hit his putt. And Rory McIlroy, I look at this, I have to do homework. He has joined, basically, he is the sixth person in the history of golf to complete the Grand Slam. It goes back to Gene Sarazen in 1935, won the Masters to finish his Grand Slam. Ben Hogan in 1953 won the British Open. They call that the Open. They don't like to call it the British Open, but they like to call it the Open. Gary Player in 1965 won the US Open. Jack Nicklaus in 1966 won the Open. And Tiger did it in 2000 when he won the Open. And here's Rory McIlroy. Took him 11 years to do it. I look at my stat. Won the US Open in 2011. Won the PGA Championship 2012. Won the Open, the British Open, which is that's what everyone likes to call it. In 2014, won another PGA that same year, but took him 11 years to win another major. Won events now and then, every so often, but to get that green jacket, it's one of the hardest things to do in sports. It's one thing to win a major, but it's you know, big prizes. Like US Open has a nice trophy. The PGA has a gigantic trophy. The British Open has the claret jug. And it's a smaller, thin thing, but those people in Europe, they covet those trophies. Masters, you get a green jacket. I believe you get a trophy too, but you get a green jacket, you get a lifetime membership in Augusta, you get to go to every single thing that's equal to that. And Rory McIlroy never won the Masters, and now he's joined that immaculate group. And I got to watch that last round. He was paired with Bryson DeChambeau, and DeChambeau was only 3 shots behind him, and I was thinking, you know, Bryson DeChambeau, it's who people know him as a 6'2", 220. He looks more than 220, guys. He's a freaking linebacker, edge rusher, playing golf, and can crush a ball. He can be, I mean, people look at him and think like, oh, he can be Happy Gilmore, hit a par 4 in one shot. But he missed a couple big shots and he kind of fell off. But and I kind of thought it would be Bryson DeChambeau's type of thing. I thought he would get a chance. He's won 2 majors, but I'm trying to look at exactly what he did here. He's won 2 U.S. Opens, 2020 and in 20, and he actually won last year's 2024. He won last year's U.S. Open. But a lot of people get messed up because we're looking for those next guys. We thought Brooke Koepka, Jordan Spieth. We're thinking, you know, Scotty Scheffler, Xander Scheffler. There's that Scotty kid, Karazawa, you know, and we're seeing, Scheffler, and a handful of other. There's 2 guys that have the same name, Scheffler and Scheffler, and I get them all mixed up. John Ram. I mean, there's a handful of guys. I played the PGA 2025, and I'm learning all these guys, and I'm just trying to find a lot of these different guys that come up here. But a lot of these guys you don't see as often as you used to. They're in the other league, the Live Golf, and I didn't know the Live Golf has teams, and they play these events. And remember, Saudi people created this group, so it's like, hey, we want you to play on this group. We want you to play in this thing because the prizes are more money, but you'll get more money playing. Do people really want to go through that? Well, Phil Mickelson and a handful of others, including DeChambeau, jumped over to this group. Dustin Johnson's another one. I could throw a handful of other people in here. I'm just trying to burn through, like Paul Casey, Charles Howell. Sergio Garcia is also a Masters winner. He did that. I'm just burning through a bunch of other stuff here. And even John Ram. John Ram is supposed to be one of the bigger hyped players, and then he jumped to Live, and then people get on him because his career declined. You can say there's a handful of others. Bubba Watson is another one, and you know, there's just too much out there of should Live and PGA just join up, and that's what they're talking about right now. I don't talk much about golf. I really don't. I don't get into it, but I do watch it occasionally. And as me is getting older, I should find something else to do. I have a set of clubs in my thing, and my nephew plays golf at Cal U, which is now Penn West of whatever. They make something else here. My dad was a golfer. My grandfather was a golfer, and it's something I would think about down the road. But guys, we just saw in history today, and you know, we're trying to find out that next phase of where the sport is going. Rory McIlroy's got another decade and a half, and plus, once he gets to the senior, who knows? I'll be gone by then. I have no idea. But there's all this young talent. The game has evolved, technology, and Robin Williams said it best: knock a ball in a golfer hole, and a gopher hole, gopher hole. But it was fun to watch. It's fun. It was a cool thing to see, and it's like a big relief off Rory McIlroy's back to see somebody as cool and really down to earth, you know, do something collective and great. And it was fun to watch on a lazy Sunday. You know, it's usually Easter weekend, but that Easter weekend's next weekend ends WrestleMania as I do this video. But, you know, your thoughts, Rory McIlroy winning the Masters, is it a cool thing, whatever? And what do you see the changes and all that? Like, I don't see a whole heck of a lot of changes. I don't talk a lot about that. I personally, if there's anything, I think the Players Championship should be the fifth. Should be, as they label the Players Championship, the unofficial fifth major. That should be a major. You know, they should kind of lay off some of the stuff in the Masters of the terms and the logo, not the terms logo, the verbology or what you're not supposed to say and what you're allowed to say. The game is hard. It is. Golf is hard. It's mental. It's physical, and pot bunkers are different than the bunkers over in St. Andrews. So, a little bit of a first reaction of seeing some cool stuff happening on a Sunday and get you in and out. I'm gonna take some more Mucinex or something, and I hope I see you guys down the road. Thanks for hanging in on a little bit of a first reaction, and hit the subscribe button. You want to see some more of this stuff like as we talk about down the road, and we'll go right back to doing what we do on YouTube. I'll see you guys on the flip side.